friend Jim Hopman.
How do you do? Me as a
The camera goes. This is Andrew and Stacy. Tracy.
Say something profound, Jim.
You're on. He's done it.
Hey, I know you were Jewish.
I'm not Jewish. I'm Buddhist. This is a. You see,
What is it? Say it.
Superfly. Superfly. And he puts it there and he says, "Go." And it's gone. I'm gonna go over here and veg out.
Your mother is watching this, you know.
I hope so. My mother's a sweet lady. And hey, Mom. Nice to see you.
Say goodbye to Harry.
Bye, Harry.
Bye, Harry.
Stop by again anytime. Thank you.
I'd really like to chuck a moon. Why?
Close up.
What is this all for now?
Andrew, tell him. Andrew's the interviewer here. I'm just the cameraman. Andrew?
Andrew's Summer on Ocean Beach.
It's for cable television. It's a story on homosexuals in straight communities.
Is that right?
We'd like to talk to you about it.
I'd like to talk to you about it. I want you to tell us.
My personal reference is there isn't enough big black men around here. That's my pet peeve.
Well,
And houseboys are just a pain in the neck to find.
why are you instead of in the predominantly gay community?
Well, I live on downstairs from the Villager, the newspaper, and they have an editor there who is a very nice person who kind of services my needs.
Really? What's his name?
Mr. Berryhill. Mr. Berryhill. You should meet him. You'd get along very well with him.
I'd love to. But why is it that you've chosen to live in a predominantly heterosexual community?
Well, those scenes down there get a little bit too crazy.
A little too much, huh?
I'm not a meat rack monster.
They say that some gay people like to live outside of predominantly homosexual communities.
Well, here you have a perfect example right here.
Why do you like it?
Oh, it's quiet. Like I said, you get away from the bad, nasty things down at the Grove. Don't you think, my dear?
We're interested in
What is your name, dear?
You guys get out of here.
That's a nice name.
Tell us a little about yourself. Where are you from?
P-Town, born and raised, a sailor and a big, gigantic dark lady.
How old are you?
What are we telling this month? This month is just a shade over 32, but under 27.
Really? How much do you weigh?
Not necessarily in that order, though. Did you read it already? I just thought you heard other excerpts. I know.
Let's see it, then.
Let's see it, sir.
103. There you go. You can't do it?
There.
There you go.
Where are you from? Where is it?
Where is it? I'll hit this guy in the head. Where is it? Close up now. Hands out to a close up. Now, as I pull out my dork, they have to censor the whole thing.
We're doing a story on young singles in Seaview.
Really?
I wonder if you could tell us a few answers to a couple of questions. What's your name, sir?
My name?
Yes.
Tracy?
Yes.
Gary.
Gary
Rose.
How old are you?
I'm 18, almost.
How often do you have sex in Seaview?
Oh, about once every 3 years, maybe.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you find that Seaview girls like sex more than, say, Manhattan girls, Laguna Beach girls?
No, I'd say they're about the same.
Same.
They vary from about 3 to 6 years apiece.
How pretty are the girls you've had sex with?
Oh, extraordinary.
What are their names?
And phone number.
Mrs. Kurtzman, Mr. Kurtzman. Well, we won't get personal on that.
Have you ever wanted something more out of Seaview girls? And if so, what?
What?
Island,
Yes, just look in the camera, will you? We're doing a story on what it's like to be young and female and single on Fire Island. Can you sum it up in 10 or more words?
you have to be kidding.
What's your name?
Nadine.
Nadine.
What's your name?
My name is Andrew. Nice to meet you. This is Tracy, your
Tracy,
cameraman.
how are you, Tracy?
Can you tell us a little about what you do at night on a, say, on a Saturday in Fire Island?
What you do at night, you can do anything you
Well,
want.
no.
You
What
could-
you
What I
do
personally do, I don't tell.
Well, what's your name, sir?
My name is Jack.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to
Jack,
meet
I was forwarded to you by a friend who says that you are perhaps Ocean Beach's major drug dealer. Can you tell
Oh
us?
my God.
Can you tell us how drugs play an influence in male and female sexuality in Ocean Beach?
I don't think there's any drugs at all in Ocean Beach myself. I've never had a part with them. I don't know anything about it, to tell you the truth. In Ocean Beach, drugs? Nah. I don't believe it. Just birds, flowers, trees, the good life, you know, the beach, the sun. That's what it's all about.
Where do you work?
It's a good question. This is my life. I don't work, I just hang out on the beach.
Isn't it true, though? Isn't it true that from 1980 to 1981 you've worked at 2 major Ocean Beach bars, and currently now are the bartender at the Alligator, Ocean Beach's #1 disco? Isn't that true?
No, that's not true. I look
Isn't
like
it
that
true?
guy.
I have to, right? And what do you do?
I'm a lifeguard in Ocean Beach.
How much do you make?
$3.40 an hour.
How much does it come out to for summer?
Well, a little over $1,000 maybe after
Really, what do
taxes.
you do with that money?
Well, I'll put it in the bank. Maybe I'll spend it on
How much
stock.
will you spend on drugs?
Well, that's actually
How much
going
do
to
you spend on drugs?
You mean just drugs?
Can you tell us a little about what it's like to be single and free on Fire Island?
So boring. It's like very boring. I want Richard. Hello, how you doing?
Get over, I missed it.
Can we get one big picture? We're ready. Let's get one
Snapshot?
big picture, guys.
Movie.
I like to
No,
meet these 2 girls. Tracy,
it's gotta go. It's gotta go.
what are your names, young lady?
That's Laura. I'm Mary.
Nice to meet you. What's your
I'm
name?
Pam. I'm Tony. Linda. Lisa. Lisa.
Thank you. I'm Andrew. This is Tracy.
Hi, Tracy.
We're doing a story for the Cable News Network on Fire Island. Can you tell us why you came to Fire Island and what you think about it?
It was her birthday. Well, it was Pam's birthday.
Was it your birthday?
Yeah. Today is her birthday. You had us on TV.
What's your name, dear? Face the camera.
Laura.
Laura?
No, I'm Pam.
Pam?
I can sit up.
We're doing a story on famous actors on Fire Island. Do you know where there are any?
I know one, Andrew Kurtzman is one of the finest actors I know. He claims to be a newspaper man.
It's a good act. That's what I've heard. Ladies and gentlemen, I kid you. This is Harry Spillman. He's a commercial actor and has been out in Fire Island.
Oh, that's Andrew Kurtzman.
And I'm Andrew Kurtzman. And this over here, if you can pan, if you will, this way, Mr. Arthur Freedman, well-known star of stage and opera. Mr. Freedman, can you tell us a little about your work?
Yes.
Thank you.
That's
Harry.
He's had a tremendous career.
Well, can you tell us a little about his work?
Yes.
Good. If you had a chance to do anything you wanted on Fire Island, anything at all, at spare no cost, spare no morality, what would it be?
Oh, give me 3 or 4 20-year-olds. Oh, you mean to play, huh?
He doesn't mean that. He means 2 40s.
No, get a free drink at Leo's. I think would be enough.
Really? That's your dream, is
That's
it?
my dream. I dwell in hope.
Everyone has a dream. What do you think about Leo's?
I believe that with certainty there's no hope. I mean, to put it simply.
Sir, you're the father of 3 teenage girls on Fire Island.
No, one is 20.
One is 20, I see. What is it like trying to raise a family in a community where, well, where family values tend to be thrown out the window?
Well, I wouldn't know about that because we don't have that problem. We keep all of our problems inside the windows, if you know what I mean.
With the shutters closing.
No, actually, to be very honest, I feel I'm very fortunate because my 3 daughters, and I say this very what is the word?
Objectively.
Objectively, right. My daughters just happen to be the finest human beings in the world, so we don't have these problems.
You've had many affairs on Fire Island with many important and influential politicians. Can you tell us about that, please?
No.
Do you have any comment? Amy?
You are discriminating against this girl.
You don't.
I want a complete...
Amy, do you have anything? Can you answer these charges,
No,
Amy?
you're embarrassing me very much, Tracy.
She would like to say one thing. Say one thing.
You have to say something to the camera, Amy.
I have nothing to say.
The America's public is waiting, Amy. Come on.
Stop! Let them
Look at
wait.
Andrew and tell him.
Andrew, I'm gonna kill you all. Everybody's looking at me. They all think they're making a
You're
big
famous.
show.
The famous Amy Littlefield, who won't admit to anything. All right. Let's go. Hope you turned it off, Andrew. No fun. They want single available women.
You're pointing at me? What's the question?
What's the good? What do you think about the Fire Island single scene, sir?
It's terrible, absolutely terrible. They're all so ugly, most guys. You know?
The girls, sir.
Who's interested in the girls? Guys.
I thought you were.
This is Fire Island.
Are you admitting you're a homosexual?
This is Fire Island. The guys are
Yes or no?
terrible. Yes.
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 Have you had sex with many men at once?
No, one at a time. One at a time. Many men and one at a time.
Have you ever had...
He's pointing at me? Yes. I think he's looking at her.
All right, what do you have to say about this, miss? The Fire Island single scene. Camera's right there.
It's great. People walking around without clothes on.
Have you ever done that?
Oh, a little.
A little. How naked were you? Why don't you have a bikini on?
Don't put it in my mouth. Because when you take it off, it doesn't matter if you have a bikini on or not.
Take it off, it doesn't matter. Well, you heard it first here, ladies and gentlemen.
And your name is?
Phoebe.
Phoebe, how long have you been coming out to Fire Island?
Since I was 3. 15 years.
Really? And in the 15 years you've been here, when would you say you dislike the island the most?
About 2 years ago, actually, because then the apple orchard and the sea turtle were here, and there were so many people all over the place. Yeah, that was sleazy. Dashers. But now it's gotten different. They started to make it more high class and trying to get more rich people here.
Yeah, but there's still the same kind of people who are coming.
Yeah,
you know, the discos.
Yeah, the day trippers.
Well, wouldn't you agree that this is a free country and a public beach, and that people have the right to come and enjoy themselves from a hot, sweaty city, even perhaps those who are not as privileged as you are?
Of course, that just means we don't enjoy it as much, or that we can say that. We're not saying that they shouldn't come here. I mean, I'm not the one that's trying to make it so expensive here. I don't like paying those prices either.
So what you're saying is that you're enjoying the island less and less as the years go on.
It's not as nice in that way. I mean, I still like the beach, and at night there are hardly any people on the beach. It's like they don't even know that it's here.
Well, why be on the beach at night?
Why be on the beach? It's a nice place to be.
Do you go alone at night on the beach?
No, I don't go alone.
With whom do you go?
I go with different people. It depends. It's just nice on the beach. It's nice and
Phoebe, how old are you?
18. I'm 18.
I'm glad to hear that, because I'm a policeman, and well, things like this are like... Haley,
Yes.
it was nice speaking with you.
Thank you.
This is Pat Farrell, longtime Ocean Beach resident and friend of mine. Pat, say hello.
Hi, Andrew. How you doing?
Pat, you're evidently on drugs right now, and are
Yeah, I know you're
a
playing.
known user
Yes,
of
I am.
intoxicants.
Yes.
How would you characterize your intake of hard drugs?
Massive.
What kind of drugs do you do?
Andrew, this isn't really on, is it?
Pat,
I
I'd
don't
like to
take
know.
drugs. This isn't really on, is it?
I wonder if you could tell us your name.
Dan Palmer.
Mallory Tarcher.
And I'm Andrew Kurtzman, and this is Tracy Vale, and you're on television. Tell us, Daniel, when did you first find love on Fire Island?
Well, I was about 12 years old. There was a girl living across the street from where I now live, but names like that can't be mentioned. Love on Fire Island is just something that you can't find. Love off Fire Island, you take to Fire Island, but you don't find love on Fire Island.
To do another interview on the subject of singles on Fire Island. join me, will you? Excuse me. I'm doing a story on singles on Fire
Are you
Island.
kidding me?
Can you please tell us a little about what it's
Is
like
this really TV?
to be... Why the autopsy report?
Because he's a traumatologist. He deals with trauma patients.
What's your name, sir?
George Jackson,
And what exactly are you doing on Fire Island?
looking for autopsies.
And when you come to Fire Island, is it casual sex you're interested in?
Not really. I'm more into the organized sex, not the casual ones.
Can you tell us a little about the organized sex you've had
It's
on Fire
like
Island?
calisthenics.
Well, he came to the center of that at 720 Ocean Breeze.
Is this the Joe Franklin show?
No, we're talking about organized sex on Fire Island. Do you have anything to add to that?
I'm on strike until there's compensation. I'm not going to sleep with another woman unless the person I'm sleeping with is compensated for whose girlfriend I'm taking away.
How about your room? Are you giving room privileges to ex-girlfriends, ex-boyfriends?
I don't let anybody stay in my room.
Well, you're both known as homosexuals and with facades of... why is it then that you spend so much time with women and in a predominantly family community?
Well, I like being watched, to tell you the truth.
I like the free haircuts.
I like the sideburns.
There's another question I have. What exactly do you do on Fire Island?
I eat a lot of artichokes.
Fulfill all my
Basically, that's it. Just eat a lot of artichokes. This is the artichoke capital of the eastern coast, and that's why I come here. I grew up in Castroville, California, and I really miss it.
Seriously, we wanted Bobby is a traumatologist, and we wanted to know what he wanted to know with the autopsy report on the.
Why?
Because he thinks he could have saved her life.
Because Dr. Nidus didn't show up on time?
No, because he's trained in dealing with serious trauma.
So is Dr. Nidus. Dr. Nidus works at the NYU Trauma Center. Or one of the downtown trauma centers. Seriously.
Is this the Uncle Floyd show?
We're trying to get Susan Rose, the former Susan Koval of Grand Street. Susan, say hello.
Hello.
Susan, I'd like to ask you about me. What was I like as a child?
We will show you can be the first president of the United States, the youngest president of the United States.
Susan, what went wrong?
We don't have enough time.
Susan, we're really doing a story on singles on Fire Island. And I'd like to get your
I
feeling.
wouldn't know about that, Andrew.
Are you married?
3 times.
Really? Do you have any children?
4.
I see. When you're out on Fire Island. I see.
I'm sorry, I can't.
Susan, when you're out on Fire Island, do you look for men?
Can we could discontinue this conversation?
What kind of person do you look for in a man?
What kind of person do I look for in a man? Or in all men persons? People?
Susan, when you find a man, what do you usually do with him on your first date? Susan, maybe I should explain this, ladies and gentlemen. This conversation took place previously at the Home for the Dumb. This is Susan Rose, one of their star pupils. Excuse me. She'd like to be referred to as Madam X. We now take you to one of the founding fathers of the village of Ocean Beach.
Yes, sir. What can I do for you, sir?
Mr. Jack LaLanne.
Yes.
Can I ask you a few questions about your particular
Watch me bend
disease?
this thing. Watch me bend the... Yes.
Mr. LaLanne has a particular disability when it comes to verbalizing his thoughts. Sir,
I talk out of sync. I can't seem to get the words in the mouth action go the same way.
What can you tell us about the way you've overcome your handicap?
I lie about it.
Well, what do people feel? I mean, do they feel uncomfortable when they're in the same room as someone who's as handicapped as you are?
Well, they don't let me know about it. I have to leave the room before they tell me.
Do you feel as though you are some sort of object, as if you are a piece in some play?
Would you please clarify what you mean by play?
Well, in other words,
awfully close to my mouth. I don't know what flavor this is.
Well, being severely
I don't want anybody to see what we're saying.
This man is a recent graduate from school for bad comedians. He's
Gentlemen, the ex-president of the United States, Jimmy Carter.
Oh, no. I didn't expect to be on Ocean Beach today, but when I found out there were many topless women in robin dress, I made it a point to get out of here very quickly. I also found some tremendous cocaine at some of the local discos, which we don't have in Georgia anymore.
Terry, with the T.
Yeah.
Tratner.
Oh. Mr. Tratner.
Joanne Whitford.
Joanne, how you doing? Mr. Tratner.
If I'm calling you for this, I'm more stoned than I think I am.
Stoned. Is that an admission that you use drugs, sir?
No, not at all. Not at all. I'm stoned on life.
Oh,
the
yeah.
beach.
Yes, you.
What are you recording for?
Cable TV, Channel J in New York. You'll be on all over the nation.
I watch Channel J.
You do watch
Cutting in. That's wonderful.
Okay,
Hey,
just a
all right.
moment. You got the sound
Is it
here. I
fine?
want to interview.
Yes.
You're a resident of Fire Island.
Yes, I've been.
I Ocean Beach. How many years have you been here?
30.
30.
Since 1945, actually. First visit was 1945.
Well, have you noticed any particular changes in that
Yes,
time?
there are more bums here.
More bums.
Yes.
I see. Yes. Well,
different
I think
kind.
there are more bums everywhere, but that's besides the point.
That's your point of view.
Yes, that's cool.
What?
No.
660 square mile quarantine area is heavily populated. 500,000 people live here, and opposition to aerial spraying is vocal. We spoke with a grandmother who had just heard of the governor's new decision.
Aerial spray?
You're on the air.
I have a daughter-in-law in Sunnyvale that's
Please.
Andrew.
And the mayor of Sunnyvale says she's stunned, but has no hope of preventing the aerial spray.
Tracy Val, we did try and institute a lawsuit to prohibit it, and that has not been successful. I don't know what it...
Yep.